Hello everyone, this is Difym, and I bring you a Let's Play of Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. This is a game made in 2002, before Oblivion, which many of you might know, and after Daggerfall, which most people don't. I'm going to be playing this with its two expansions, Tribunal and Blood Moon. And I'm playing with a very interesting mod pack, which I will put the link for in the description below. So, without further ado, let us begin.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. You were dreaming. What's your name?
Yes, I am in the ship. I am at Morrowind, at Sedanine, where they process prisoners, etc. I am going to be boring this time, and I will go with the name Difym.
Not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
I'm not so sure, but good luck with that.
Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Okay. I mean, do I have any choice? He's an armed guard, so yeah.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
Again, I will have to comply with you. It's not going to work otherwise.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
You finally arrived. Our records don't show you.
This playthrough, I am going to be a high elf. They get bonuses to the skills across the magic realm. They are the most famous magicians. They get bonuses to magicka, which is mana points, magic points, whatever you want to call for the resource that you use to cast spells. However, they are weak to many forms of attack, magical attack primarily. That could be an issue, but we will survive somehow. They also have resist common disease, which is handy. I'm not gonna lie, it's not terribly important though. So let's choose a face to fit the great adventurer that will save the world, probably. To be an elegant and sort of the old wise man thing. Yeah, I think that'll do. Tall.
I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Release? You're actually releasing me? Hell you. Russia. Just fishing randomly. No. Between the ship and the census office. Okay. So we enter a room with a guard. Assuming,
You'll go no further until you have your papers.
yeah, he's going to be writing, and I will have to speak with this work of art.
We've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded
Government.
before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Choice. Oh, thank you. I will fill out the forms myself, I think. I don't want the government, lying about me or anything, slandering me, which they often do. I will specialize in magic. And I will get strength and endurance, because to compensate for high elves' low strength. I think strength is a low one. And they need the hit points early on. Because early on hit points are very, very important. For major skills, I will choose Blade, because I'm the honorable sort. I don't use brutish weapons like axes or maces or clubs. I'll go with Short Blade as a auxiliary. Light armor, because heavy armor is simply impractical early on at this stage, because it's too heavy and it doesn't offer that much more protection. For some really odd reason, iron is just not a guaranteed protection for some odd reason. What else? Alchemy. Very nice. It is very important because it's easy to grind, first of all. Second of all, potions always work, unlike spells. Making potions might be difficult, but drinking them, easy. Even in the heat of battle. Logic. And then to choose security, I think. Locked doors and traps are always a thing. You can't avoid them, no matter what you try. Minor skills, I will choose heavy armor, so that's when I do eventually get to the stage where I can use heavy armor, I get a head start. Restoration, I think. Destruction, I think actually more. Can attack from distance, it's more guaranteed to work than the melee weapons, because they have a chance to fail, unlike in Oblivion and Skyrim. You can just miss. And with very low skill, you can miss very, very often. So you want to have a backup, which is hopefully more reliable. I want to be able to trade. Yeah, I think Mercantile is the way to go. Athletics, because you want to run. Because your speed is very, very low early on, so you want to get that up to speed. It's actually depressingly slow. And speechcraft, I think. Actually, no. Armor. Because your stuff breaks very quickly, and you will need to get it fixed. Getting to a person who can fix it can be very inconvenient, and it is expensive. And you can't have one with you all the time. So if your weapon breaks, you're screwed, basically. Or your armor, more importantly. I'll keep it adventure, and I cannot be bothered to have a class description. Because who's going to read that?
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
The signs, they basically give you a certain set of advantages and in some cases disadvantages. So the apprentice gives mana, but it also gives you magicka, but it also gives you weakness to certain kinds of magic. Atronach gives you spell absorption, which means you will absorb spells, obviously. You won't be hurt by them, and also you will gain the spell points from that magic. And they also have, obviously, a great pool of magicka. However, you cannot regenerate magicka by resting or by traveling. So you have to use other means like potions, spell absorption, and I'm not sure what else. Maybe something else can restore magicka, but spell absorption will come in very handy for getting your magicka back. The lady just gives you 2 very, very significant fortify permanent to your personality endurance. I used to play the lady all the time. Now I don't. Personal preference, really. I just don't want that anymore. The Lord. I don't like it very much because the spell that you get is still costs magicka, so it gives you very little advantage. And the weakness to fire is very, very, very annoying. The Lover gives you agility, because they tumble around, so they learn how to dodge and you know what. And the Lover's Kiss, which is apparently a very strong kiss that only leaves the enemy paralyzed and you lose all your energy. Very, very intense. The Mage is a very minor boost to your magicka, but without any of the disadvantages of the other signs. The Ritual. It can be useful. It turn undead, 100 points, a very potent spell. But undead is really only an issue early on. The power 100 spell hit points or health to yourself is very nice, but that power's only, you can only use them once per day because they're very powerful. I'm not very comfortable with that, and say what you want, I just don't like it very much. The Serpent. Yeah, it's a spell that causes damage to yourself. No thank you. Especially as a high elf. That's just no. Never. Shadow. Cast invisibility for 60 seconds on yourself once per day. That sounds really, really awesome. Until you realize that picking up anything or doing anything apart from walking and jumping will reveal you. Yeah, that's not extremely useful. There's another spell that only conceals you a certain amount. It can be up to 100%, but it stays on regardless of what you do until it ends. If it had, it's called Chameleon, and if they had Chameleon, say even 80%, that would have been an actual consideration that I would have. Still, it's useful for running away, for getting into someone's face without them, making you riddled of arrows, because that's not very nice. But yeah, it's not really something I really need. The speed, fortify speed for 25. Again, only nice early on when you don't have the speed you need. Insert need for speed joke here. Yeah, it's not particularly useful. I don't like it very much. Thief, Akaviri Danger Sense, with Sanctuary of 10 points. I think it means that any attack is 10%, has a 10% chance of missing, regardless of any other chances to hit or miss. It just adds another 10% that they have to, I don't know, roll or whatever you want to call it. Tower. Beggar's Nose is a very, very useful spell. Helps you find enchantments, animals and keys, obviously. Except it detects animal with what I'm playing with, it detects people as well. So that's very nice. It does cost a bit of magicka, but it's actually not very much. The Power of Tarki. Again, it's only useful early on, because first of all, you can only cast it once per day. Second of all, especially with me, since I have security, which can help me unlock stuff, makes this very redundant very quickly. And the Warrior, fortify attack 10 points. It's basically the offensive version of the Thief. Any melee, any physical attack you do just has an extra 10% chance to hit. For this playthrough, I will choose the Atronach because the spell absorption covers for the high elf's weaknesses for the most part, and even more magicka. You always need more magicka in this game, because unlike in Oblivion, it does not regenerate on its own regardless of whether you just walk or have silent magic or not. It only regenerates when you rest. So having a bigger pool is always nice. So I'll go with this.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Again, don't want to slander me, do I? So yeah, you start with low strength and low speed. The speed is going to frustrate me immensely, but I'll deal with it somehow. And the strength is compensated by my immense power to do stuff. Whatever. And actually, I think I might change destruction for restoration in the end. Maybe not. Alteration. Yes, I will choose alteration in the end. Because it's more utilitarian, I find. It gives you levitate, it gives you water walking, jumping, water breathing, very useful. And feather. Feather is very, very nice. It lets you carry more stuff, basically. So yes, I think this is how I'll be going. I'll have only one spell. You can buy spells pretty easily in this game. You don't have to learn them. You're only limited by your magicka and by your skill. Which magicka, this is twice the maximum. Well, it's more than twice the maximum of what you can get if you're just running a normal fighter class or whatever. With a human, a non-magical human with a sign that doesn't really work for you, for magicka. So yeah, that's a pretty decent chunk of magicka. I like. Let's go. Stats menu.
Papers to the captain when you exit to get the police fee.
Basically what I was showing earlier. Let's take these papers, because I'll need them. Here there's some trouble. That's not gonna happen for a long time. Soul's Flame is the expansion Blood Moon. It's basically extra content. Services, not very much happening. There's a trade house. He can't speak to me apparently for any.
Through to the next building and talk to Celiscrates.
Pure Legion. Basically the army. Yes, peace and prosperity. La-di-da-di-da. Good luck with that. Yeah, Frozen Island indeed. Not a very pleasant place. And we get a rumor that some tax collector is missing. This will be a quest very shortly. This guy's behind us just to be polite and all that jazz. Just know how to combat. Pick up the dagger. Yeah, no. It's just 2-bit resizing and it's just basic mechanic stuff. Combat is very simplistic in this game. Hit stuff, they die. Cast spells, they die. I'm not going to be taking the rest of that stuff just yet. Because, you know, it'd be suspicious if I was a prisoner and I just left, was released, and I had all this stuff. I will take the string. Easily concealable, and also I have to take it. And it's useful for a quest. It is, however, not very useful as an enchanted item. It heals pathetic amounts. See, with enchanted items you have what they cost and how much charge they have left. This only gives you 5 castings, if you do the math here. At maximum, this is 25 points. I have 45 already at level 1. So it has some use at this stage. Not very much else. Thank you for taking my ID papers. Just taking up space in my pockets. Not that they're filled with anything else. Background is not important. Of course it's not. You're a soldier. Who cares about soldiers? Ooh. I've been released by the Emperor himself. Okay. Oh. And here I was hoping this music's attached. Sigh. Duties, all that. Caius Casades. Typical, they don't know where he is. They have to go on a manhunt. Oh, he's not really hiding, but he kind of is. A lot more north. Head north, even more north, basically. What about this Ural Septim, the 7th Glorious? Yeah, he personally authorized it. That's the way the Empire works, silence, secrecy. At least he's telling me, I'm actually surprised he's telling me that that's how it works. Yeah, it's being pretty blunt and obvious and helpful. Well, thank you. I have a bit of gold from that exchange, and obviously a package. This will lead to a lot of annoying quests, which I'll have to do. So I'll skip that for now. Just take a look around, the scenery, very nice actually. By the way, for those of you who care, difficulty is set at 50. Where base is 0, it goes from minus 100 to 100. It's what I typically enjoy playing at. 100 is just too ridiculously unfair. And 0 is just a bit too trivial. So it's balance. And I think this is where I'll leave you. I will see you next time in Morrowind. Thank you for watching.